Why is superstar, Jelly Roll's wife, Bunnie XO, hiding out amid her IVF journey? This has been a very trying and painful time in her life. Yet, she has done her best to get through it with a smile on while being very transparent. So, is Bunnie doing okay? Keep reading for more details on her whereabouts. Why is Jelly Roll's wife hiding out? When Jelly Roll and Bunnie XO got married, he already had 2 children from previous relationships. He was a father to daughter, Bailey and a son, Noah Buddy. Immediately, Bunnie hopped in and took on the maternal role, especially when Bailey came to live with them full-time. She and Bailey are extremely close, and she introduced the world to Noah, which was very sweet. Ultimately, the couple decided that they wanted to have a baby from their own flesh and began IVF. Bunnie noted that they would likely use a surrogate, but the road to getting there has been extremely painful and emotional. Fortunately, they recently received great news and seem to be moving forward, but fans are wondering where Bunnie has been. She has been a constant presence by her husband's side, but is noticeably absent, which she addressed. Bunnie explained that she has been working hard to make a baby while Jelly has been busting his tail in the industry. I'm like, do you guys not know for the past 6 months I've been trying to make a baby? Like, my husband has to work to bring home the bacon. She also noted that she can work from home, which has been a blessing during this time. However, he does not have that luxury, so he is always out with the people. It has been over a year since Jelly Roll and Bunnie XO began this process, and oftentimes, it has been heart-wrenching. Yet, they have worked through it together and kept on going. As of now, Bunnie seems to need downtime to process everything that she has been going through, and that is understandable. Everyone wants the best for Bunnie. Jelly Roll and Bunnie XO have amassed a huge fan base that wants to know all of their intimate details. She has made it clear that no one will know when they do get pregnant or when their baby is born. At the same time, all of their followers have been nothing but encouraging regarding IVF. Miracles do happen. After back-to-back losses, we were blessed. Sending everyone love and gentle hugs and baby dust. Red heart. Infertility is horrible. It leaves you feeling exhausted in all aspects of life. It makes you feel alone even when you're not. Hopefully, Bunnie will start to feel good enough to be by Jelly Roll's side again, but until she does, she is always with him in spirit. Have you been curious as to where she has been, or did you not even notice? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. She had always been visible like a chorus in the second act. A laugh from the wings, the small hand on the shoulder, the photograph that made fans lean in and call her ours. Then the tour lights brightened, the microphones bit into the hush, and the internet's appetite for meaning swelled into a rumor mill. People noticed an absence. They noticed more than an absence. They noticed a silence, which in the age of constant noise reads like a statement itself. Why is Bunnie XO hiding out amid an IVF journey? The headline wants a single answer: scandal, secrecy, strategy, but life prefers the long version. Motives are braided like roots under old pines. Let's walk those roots. Let's imagine, for 5,000 words, the reason she might step away from the public eye, not as an admission of wrong or guilt, but as an act of fierce care. This is a story of walls and windows, of headline storms and quiet rooms, of courage marinated in small rituals. The quiet was a choice. Public life is porous. Every tiny spill of a domestic routine becomes a clip, a meme, a caption in someone else's morning. For someone traveling the compressed spectrum from vulnerability to performative intimacy, privacy starts feeling like the only authentically radical thing left. Maybe she hid out because there is bravery in refusal, in choosing not to give other people the fuel to interpret, judge, or console. IVF is a sequence of arrivals and cancellations, appointments, medications, ultrasounds, tests, hope folded and unfolded with startling frequency. For someone whose interiority is often refracted through a camera lens, the daily regimen could feel impossibly intimate. Imagine measuring life in syringes, insulin-like injections for hormones, small lumen needles, the precise counting of days. Imagine the ritual of morning medications at a motel sink on a highway between cities. It turns the body into a scientific ledger. To make that ledger public is to invite commentary not only about the process but about intimacy itself. So she withdrew, not because she disliked attention, but because she needed the sanctity of something that could remain untranscribed. To protect the sacred from market forces. The entertainment economy thrives on exposure. An image of a tear, a candid hospital corridor, a wistful social media caption, these are commodities. Sometimes the line between sharing to connect and sharing to capitalize blurs until it disappears. If Bunnie took herself offline, it might have been a protective act, to prevent an intimate medical journey from being monetized in micro-interactions, to keep a private contract between people intact. IVF is, after all, a negotiation with possibility. It demands permission to be vulnerable, to grieve, to celebrate privately. Taking the process away from public scrutiny protects both the participants and the narrative. Emotional inventory. A private ledger. If you imagine a person embarking on IVF, you also imagine the inventory they must carry. Emotional, financial, familial. It's not just the injections and the ultrasounds, it's the inventory of griefs from previous attempts or miscarriages, the anxiety about costs, treatments can add up, the guilt about asking others to wait, the fear of letting fans down. Her withdrawal might be less a physical hiding than an emotional inventory taking. She needed to know what she had before she could give anything to anyone else. How much resilience, how many tears, how much hope. That kind of reckoning is not something performed well under the bright lights of public life. A house as a laboratory of love. In the domestic fiction of reality TV edits and photo-ready kitchens, a home is a stage. But sometimes it must become a laboratory, a place for trial and error that is not visible to the audience. IVF can feel like a science experiment for the soul, full of variables that require controlled conditions. Privacy becomes a method for reducing external variables, stressors, expectations, the relentlessness of opinionated strangers. In this laboratory, she and her partner might conduct their experiments in small acts. A bedtime ritual that helps hormones even if it's only psychological, an agreed-upon day each week that is free from news, a playlist that is strictly for two. Hiding out, then, is a way of intentionally limiting the inputs while they concentrate on the output, not in the reductive sense of producing a child, but in nurturing the conditions for a fragile possibility.